Hi, in this video I'm going to be looking at the PXW FX9's audio recording options. The FX9 can record up to 4 channels of audio. There are 2 XLR inputs on the camera body, and up to a further 2 channels of audio can be input via the camera's MI shoe or from the radio mic slot in the optional XDCA FX9. There are switches to control the input options for audio channels 1 and 2, as well as separate audio level control dials for each of the 4 audio channels. There's a basic built-in microphone on the right side of the camera body and a small loudspeaker on the left side. Headphones can be plugged into the headphone socket on the lower left rear of the camera. The input source settings for audio channels 1 and 2 are on the side of the camera. The input source settings for channel 3 and 4 are found in the menu under Audio Input. There's an additional input source setting for channel 2 in the audio menu that allows you to select input 1 as the source for channel 2. This allows you to record a single audio source, such as an external microphone, on both channels 1 and 2 at the same time. There are several ways of adjusting the audio input levels. There is a manual audio level control dial for each of the 4 audio channels on the side of the camera. There is also a switch to select between auto and manual audio recording for channels 1 and 2. To switch between auto and manual for channels 3 and 4, you should go to Audio Input, channel 3 or 4, Level Control in the menu. As well as the individual controls for each channel, there is also a global audio input level control that affects the recording level of all 4 channels by the same amount. This is found in the menu under Audio Input Level. Normally this should be left at the default setting of 99, but it can be useful for globally changing the recording level of all 4 audio channels together. If you don't want to allow the global audio input level control to affect one or more of the 4 audio channels, go to the menu and Audio Input, channel 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. level, and select Side. If you wish to have the audio channel only controlled by the global audio input level control, then set this to Audio Input Level. The control dial is then disabled for the selected channel. In order to view the audio levels of channels 3 and 4, you need to select the status screen, page 3, by pressing the status button and using the multifunction dial or up and down buttons or thumbstick to go to page 3. If you need to frequently view the status screen pages, consider assigning status to an assignable button, such as button number 6, here on the inside of the hand grip. It's also worth noting that in the menu there is the option to turn on and off a low-cut wind noise filter for each audio channel. The wind filter can be useful for reducing the rumbling or booming noise often heard when the wind blows across a microphone. But I recommend that if you don't need it, this should be left to off, as it will reduce the recording level of low frequency sounds. There is also an audio limiter that is by default set to off. The audio limiter can be useful for preventing sudden loud noises or sudden increases in the audio level from creating distortion by exceeding the maximum recording level. It works by compressing the volume of any audio that exceeds the chosen decibel setting. So for example, if you choose -9 dB, whenever the audio level exceeds the -9 dB level on the audio meters, it will be compressed to prevent it exceeding the recording range. I find it useful to have this turned on, and I normally use -6 dB. But be careful not to set your recording level too high so that normal sounds don't exceed your chosen limiter level. And finally, by going to Menu, Audio Output, Monitor Channel, you can select which channels of audio are fed to the headphones. When the headphone out is set to mono, the audio channels are mixed together so the same thing is heard in both ears. When set to stereo, if you've chosen channel 1, channel 2, or channel 3, channel 4, then each channel will be fed independently to the left and right headphone channels.